Hello, man of word, we truly appreciate that you joined us. We are glad that we can support you in your further development. Today's topic is about 5 lessons that everyone should learn from Amancio Ortega. So, let's begin. Welcome to amanoford.com, the most refreshing network in the business world. Why should you pay close attention to this? 1. You will learn why being curious and also strong on your beliefs is a key to success. 2. You will learn why it is important to have humbleness and modesty. And 3. You will understand that nothing can keep you away of success. Sometimes actions speak by themselves. Sometimes they speak so much that they can make you not only a billionaire but also one of the richest people on earth. Today, we have the honor to tell you a little about Amancio Ortega and the lessons we can learn from him. The Spanish billionaire businessman, Amancio Ortega Gauna, is the second wealthiest person in Europe after Bernard Arnault, and the 6th wealthiest in the world, with a net worth of $68.3 billion. He is the founder and former chairman of Inditex fashion group, best known for its chain of Zara clothing and accessories shops. Even if he is not one of the most known billionaires, he definitely worth our attention, and we surely will have a lot of things to learn from his lessons. That's why we've selected 5 of the most important Amancio Ortega lessons. You will learn these 5 lessons. It's never too late. Innate curiosity, it takes time, you don't have to be the life of the party, and be humble and modest. Let's dive in. Lesson 1, it's never too late. Ortega founded Zara when he was nearing 40. Unlike other rich people across the globe, he didn't have a head start. However, he didn't let the fire in his belly die down. He kept his dreams alive and started with Zara to give shape to his dreams. Other rich people started really young in comparison. The lesson you get is that you can start anytime, and you should never be afraid to start even if you're old. The only limitation that we have when it comes to achieving our goals is ourselves. Lesson 2, innate curiosity. As a working teen, Ortega didn't take for granted any of his working experiences and had a light bulb idea that to earn good money, one should give customers what they want. At the tender age 16, he was already thinking about how to decipher clients' wants, and more importantly, meet the eventual demand. In the 1950s, he realized the potential of his business plan after moving to Galicia, Spain, and set up a sewing cooperative, where he banded single women with sewing skills together to sew products like lingerie, babywear, and nightgowns. He was reported to be a great boss and was close to his employees, on top of providing good working conditions, which were uncommon during those times. After 10 years, he founded his first company Confecciones Goa, S.A. with his family members and eventual wife, though they divorced in 1986, the late Rosalía Mera. In 1975, he set up the first outlet of Zara in A Coruña, Spain. Lesson 3, it takes time. Zara wasn't an overnight success. In fact, it took almost 10 years for the brand to gain prominence. It took several efforts to get the store and the brand the recognition it ultimately got. That's a lesson that every one of us should understand. It takes time and effort to build something, and surely something great and amazing never came easy. So next time when we think that we should quit because it is not worth it or it is not going to succeed, we should take a step back, see the big picture, strategize, and understand that it takes time. Having goals is important, having a deadline is also important, but sometimes things aren't working as we do. That's the reason we should never lose trust in our business. Our duty is to analyze, strategize, and decide. We don't need to make bad decisions only because we're in a rush to become successful. Lesson 4, you don't have to be the life of the party. There's a misconception that successful people have to be extroverts. While networking is part of an entrepreneur's responsibilities, introverts can be just as, if not more, successful. Ortega is a known recluse and has spoken very little to the press during his career. However, despite not being the life of the party, he has been able to accumulate a net worth that is estimated at more than $74 billion, just as Gates, Buffett, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and Abraham Lincoln have also shown. Introverts like Ortega can be successful because they are better listeners, are more willing to collaborate, and can be more creative. Lesson 5, be humble and modest. Humbleness and modesty are 2 traits of truly great men. Amancio Ortega wears his regular clothes every day, lives a normal life, and eats his lunch with his staff in the cafeteria. Some of the normal businessmen do several show-offs, while the world's richest man lives a simpler and humble life. A lesson to take away, having true emotions and modesty keeps you grounded. As a bonus for you, we've selected 5 things that you didn't know about Amancio Ortega, and will help you further to get a little more motivation. Fact number 1, he began working at 14. When he was just a boy living in Spain with his father, He had to find a job to help the family make ends meet. His first job found him at a shirt maker in Spain called Gala. This is where he learned to sew and make clothes. Amancio Ortega is the kind of man who really knows what it's like to start from the bottom and learn every aspect of the job. We think that might be what makes him so good at what he does. He started at the bottom and worked his way to the top, and he knows every aspect of the business. Fact number 2, his former life partner was also his business partner. In 1975, he opened his first store with his wife, Rosalie Mera, whom he had 2 children with and later divorced in 1986. At the time of Mera's death in 2013, she was the richest woman in Spain and the world's richest self-made woman. He later married Flora Perez, with whom he had 1 child. Fact number 3, he didn't want to name Zara Zara. It was 1975 when Amancio Ortega opened up the very first ever Zara, and he did not want to call it that. In fact, he wanted to name the store Zorba, but the name was already being used in another business, and he was forced to change it. He and his first wife were the ones who opened the business together, and they did it with great success. Fact number 4, he was once the wealthiest man in the world. Back in 2015, after his company went public, Amancio Ortega was the richest man in the world for a short period of time. Of course, the stock prices dropped and went back to normal and put him back in the second spot behind Bill Gates, but we think he probably doesn't mind too much that he had to deal with that horrible moment in his life. He's doing all right. Fact number 5, he's only given 3 interviews. Amancio Ortega is so isolated. In the course of his life, he has only granted 3 interviews, and all of them have come in the new millennium. He's not a snob, as so many people like to think that he is. In fact, he's been said to be a pretty down-to-earth man since he is so simple, prefers to live simply, and doesn't want the spotlight on him. He simply doesn't want to be noticed everywhere he goes. He doesn't want to become a spectacle. He's 79 now, and he just wants to relax and enjoy his life. We have admiration for that. What are the best things to remember from this article? 1. One day, your goals will become reality and you can become a motivation for people. 2. It is never too late. And 3. Being curious and also strong on your beliefs is a key to success. Because we get to the end of this, we want to know. What is your favorite fact about Amancio Ortega? And what is the most valuable lesson that you learned today? Until next time, thank you for watching until the end, and if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell button to be notified for every new learning opportunity. And always remember, man of word, be aware of the person that you can become.